I think this game is poised to be an absolute top lane fiesta 2v2 early in the game. Nidalee really wants to get up there and power up this Aurelia ahead. Trundle being a champion that's very good at taking those 1v1s, and Xin Zhao also very good at early game skirmishing, is likely going to be up there to match. As well as I believe both supports are going to be in quite good positions to roam this game. So we're just going to have to see how that plays out as we get onto the Rift.
Range, ADC, of course, does need a little bit of time in order to, set up for those potential all-ins, but...
We see a big engage into the mid lane. Spears landed in 5 seconds, absolutely going to delete Street Smurf. But Pigu Pounder wants more, finds an in onto 5 seconds, going to pounce out of there. Shouldn't be much more out of this one. Pigu Pounder not quite being able to find the follow-up. It's 1-0 First Blood over to the side of Rice Farmers. Our spear does not land. Street Smurf Burning Flash in exchange to make that not land, and we're going to go to the top lane where you see a pretty big skirmish, but Archangel, that's a big minion wave. You're taking a lot of damage. Vest in on top of Pigu Pounder is here to save Archangel. Flashes out from both top lanes. Pigu Pounder is in on top of the Irelia, and there is no escape. Pigu Pounder's going to pick that one up. Really good macro play from the side of SGR to make a pretty dicey top lane duel work.
And he's looking as well.
Yep, Frozen is going to throw out that hook, not going to find Cool Guy Tony, but Copper's hook hits, and they're on top of the Blitzcrank. Samira's pumping out damage onto the Blitzcrank, who is ignited. Frozen going to have to flash away, but now the CC is on Geico. Jinx also flashing away. 5 seconds here for support, but so is Pigu Pounder. Both junglers looking for an angle, and another hook lands onto Frozen. Both supports are traded, but now Jinx is reset, and getting excited, going to be able to pepper auto attacks on top of Cool Guy Tony, and 5 seconds, who both have to flash on out of that one. Overall, 1-for-1.
Mid, but with Street Smurf taking the blue buff and with a little bit of a push, he doesn't going to be lingering there for too long as we see more skirmishing on the top side.
Yep, Nidalee is here, and the ultimate is blown from Irelia early, but Irelia is able to get out from Archangel, but Archangel's putting out so much damage. Trundle, so much dueling power. Vest drops, but 5 seconds able to trade back by the skin of their teeth. Archangel really wanted to find that 2-for-0 on the gank and is going to go 1-for-1, a third kill picked up for 5 seconds. For instance, we see SGR is up in this top lane, going to drop the Herald. Frozen's going to take his tower early, lands the hook onto Vez, and will be deleted from the Rift from Street Smurf and Pigu Pounder, who also picks up a third kill of their own. Rift Herald's going to smack into that tower. Trundle as well, doing so much damage to the tower. Trundle might just be able to take first tower here. Rush out of harm's way, and Street Smurf looking very dominant on this Cinder pick in the early game, but the gold lady's even out. 5 seconds, finds the spear to speed Street Smurf, and Street Smurf is going to drop for a second time. 5 seconds on this Nidalee, getting so much work done is everywhere. These farmers will pick up that second Drake, and it is going to be... Frozen finds a massive hook over the wall, blind on the Cool Guy Tony, who's now in and has to try and build that style meter, but is going to be deleted by the Super Mega Death Rocket Geico. Falling low, but getting excited means that Copper does not have very long to live. The stopwatch is out, and that means 5 seconds is here. Geico taken solo, but does get the reset. Going to walk out. Zap lands on a 5 seconds. 5 seconds is now 1 versus 3. Going to pounce out of that, where Pigu Pounder flushes after Kai'So. Now arriving at the fight. Spirit Rush is going to pick up Geico. Kai'So, what else can you find here? Make sure Pigu Pounder doesn't get anything. Oh, Charm landed onto Frozen is going to be a lot of damage, but now Kai'So's in the middle of everything. Frozen does drop. Vest is teleported in, and the ultimate is out onto Pigu Pounder. Big shutdown going over to Kai'So. Overall, very well fought for the side of Rice Farmers, and that's going to give them a sizable lead. And it's going to be Street Smurf on the Cinder matching, and I have to imagine that means Kai'So is going to be the one to match into this very fearsome Trundle right now. But Frozen's looking for another hook. He's going to find one on the Copper into the traps. Geico lands the zap, but they're outnumbered. Dredgeline does go out onto Geico, and Cool Guy Tony. So much damage coming out of that ultimate, but Archangel might find Copper here. Chomp goes out, and Copper falls. Cool Guy Tony now in trouble. Dashes to safety. Pigu Pounder misses, but a flash from Archangel's going to get him. 5 seconds now in danger. Unleashed Power goes out, and is going to drop to Archangel. Archangel picking up a triple kill on that fight, and they're going to walk over to the Rift Herald. Archangel's name, and now with that big shutdown. Oh, but 5 seconds is here on Archangel. The spear's going to land off of the Irelia ult slow, and Archangel is in a lot of trouble. Vess is going to have the damage to shut down the Trundle. I was asking how they're going to do it. Rice Farmers immediately show me the answer. Dominant lead with the amount of gold in their pocket. But that shutdown does mean that Vest has a lot of power and is going to try and use it on Street Smurf. The Dancing Blades does go wide, and with no ultimate there, Street Smurf should just be able to walk out of there. Unleash Power goes out onto Vest, going to dive under the tower, and they are going to trade back and forth, but that means Street Smurf picks up the shutdown. They were a little more on their toes and use that Gale Force cooldown instead. That would be so much better. Archangel going to annihilate the bottom tower, but the spear from 5 seconds is going to land. Archangel's so big, but maybe not big enough for this 2v1. The combo is stacked, and so much damage comes out from Archangel, who flashes on top of 5 seconds. What can you do? The Zhonya's comes out, but it's not enough. Archangel going to absolutely delete both Vest and 5 seconds from the Rift. That hull breaker threats they want to deal with. The 3 remaining members do decide to go up to the Baron Pit to try and stop it. And Scout will be sitting wide. Kaiso's in on top of Street Smurf, who goes early, but Geico is already dead. Cool Guy Tony in there doing so much damage, going to completely the Baron take, but Archangel has teleported into the fight, but the hull breaker's off, and that means Kaiso putting out so much damage, gets a big shutdown on Archangel, and Frozen being the sole member left alive. Oh my goodness, Rice Farmers. Big play out of nothing to find an ace on the SGR. And we're going to have to see if SGR wants to do anything about it. Without having teleport on Archangel, it's going to be hard to get them in the area, but Spirit Rush coming out from Kaiso, trying to find Street Smurf. Scout of the Week doesn't matter when the Dredge line comes in from Copper, and Kaiso able to just pepper it in a few more auto attacks, take out Street Smurf Syndra, who's been in a lot of trouble. Vest going to find a lot off this ultimate onto Geico, and Frozen.
Look at top lane.
Comes out, and Geico is deleted. Vest still trying to find more on Frozen, but Pika Pounder's here. Archangel's taking an inhibitor. Meanwhile, as this fight goes on, that inhibitor's going to drop, but Vest is finding so much. Finds Frozen and is going to find Pika Pounder with the help of Guy Tony. And oh my goodness, a disaster for SGR, except for Archangel. Find him. No, Copper sees where Archangel is, and Archangel's running right into Kaiso, who lanes a full combo, but it does almost nothing. The ultimate does come out, the death charge onto Archangel, who's now rooted under the tower. And oh, Trundle's strong, you're ahead, but you're not quite far ahead. And it's going to mean Rice Farmers should have pretty premium access to this Baron.
Vez, by the way, make a huge gamble.
Oh! Kaiso flash forward, Spear Rush, the orb hits everyone, and the side of Rice Farmers are pressing forward, but Pounder almost getting away, 5 seconds going to delete them with the Q. The spear is massive and hits Geico, removing that ADC from the Rift, and with a triple kill going over to the side of 5 seconds.
Oh my!
This could be the turning point of this game, but Kaiso wants to end it early, looking for Pigu Pounder. And there's a fight going to break it. Mid lane hook lands onto the side up Frozen, and so much damage comes out. Piku Pounder's in the bat lane, but Kaiso's on a rampage, and Samira goes into the overdrive and does so much damage. Street Smurf, Piku Pounder, Archangel, one by one they'll fall. Archangel's so strong though, able to walk away, flashing out from the side of S. 5 seconds goes to follow. The spear, it misses. Archangel, so much damage. Will they find 5 seconds? They're both on about 1 HP. What will happen after the Zhonya's? It'll be Archangel picking up the 700 gold shutdown, and now has to find a way to get into the base to defend against the Irelia C. Deal with Archangel, and that appears to be the fight that's going to break out next. The flawless duet does land on top of Archangel, who is now rooted up and stunned up, but lethal tempo is being stacked. Kaiso has to try and dash away, has to go into Zhonya's to stay alive.
Oh
Sterix is popped, means Archangel's going to live for now. Gets out so much damage, but the duo managed to shut down Archangel, and now SGR have to go for a Hail Mary play. Maybe, no, they're not going to start up the Baron. They can't afford it. They have to wait for Archangel to respawn, and that means it is entirely in Rice Farmers' court to take this one.
In the mid lane. So, I mean,
Super Mega Death Rocket, here it comes! It's a lot of damage from Sana. Pigu's in the Baron, and not going to quite steal it. That means Pigu is going to drop, and it is 5 versus 4. Archangel respawning in the next 12 seconds. Objective Bounty claimed in the mid lane. Heads up by Street Smurf to pick that one up. A little more gold in SGR's pockets, but the gold lead has grown to about 7,000 for the side of Rice Farmers as they start to begin the siege for the Nexus. To be as they already walk up and take the inhibitor. SGR don't have enough resources to deal with everything. Hook going to go wide, looking for 5 seconds, and that means there's no pressure for SGR to threaten them off of the inhibitor, and that's a second inhibitor going down for Rice Farmers. Frozen hook forward, going to find Geico, who Spirit Rushes out of there. Cool Guy Tony taking so low, but the overdrive's going off, and Vess is doing massive damage in the backline. Geico having to flash away, and Archangel is slain. Piku Pounder not going to be able to find much of the backline, while Vess cleans up the entire backline from the side of SGR. It's Street Smurf left standing, not going to quite find Vess, and it's going to be 4 versus 1 at the Nexus. Street Smurf going to have to do something incredible if they want to turn this one around, but I don't think it's going to happen. There's not enough damage. Scout of the Week does not find enough, and it's going to be Rice Farmers picking up our first game of the day.
And I did have to check my calendar just for a moment there, War Leader, to check this wasn't like Autumn of 2021, because yes, that is an Amumu support coming in, but we all know why. It's the curse of the sad bullet time all over again, and it is going to be paired. Ragnarok Esports have said we are going for the mother of all wombos here with this draft that they've locked in, and I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, and it's something, the Wombo combination of Diana and Yasuo is something that they tried in a previous game, and I really like it as an idea. If you feel like you're maybe mechanically weaker than your opponents, yeah, pull out big Wombo and see if you can out-macro them and out-teamfight them with just your powerful AoE ultimates and cannon being locked.
I think we are going to be seeing quite a lot of action in the bot lane in particular, and we are already.
Yeah, and we see Evan with an eye going in deep. Bandage Toss hits Frozen. The Ignite is down, and Perpetual Dusk going to find first blood. Evan with an eye has to flash out. Ignite ticks, gives the kill back over to Frozen, and now Perpetual Dusk and Geico are fighting, but Perpetual Dusk is a much stronger level 1 on that Misfortune. Those love taps hit so hard. Geico having to burn the flash in that one. And as a result, First Blood does go over to Perpetual Dusk on the side of Ragnarok Esports. 5 camp, I don't see Viego looking to go to Krug, so it'll probably just stay at 5 camps. And PU Pounder is the first one to show their head within this bottom lane. We're going to have to see if the gank is sniffed out. They now see him. Evan with an eye already backing up. Perpetual Dusk is pushed far forward. PU Pounder is going to look for the stun onto Misfortune. It is going to land, and so much damage is going to go to Perpetual Dusk, who fires up the rain of bullets onto PU Pounder.
Oh my god.
My goodness, the handshake finds 2, and that means a double kill goes over to Geico. Atlas is now stuck in a 1v2, but Burger King is on the way. Atlas does find Geico, and Frozen 1 doesn't have much damage. Burger King now arriving to the fight is going to take out that support, and it is going to be 3 for 2 going in favor of Ragnarok. Archangel going in, both ultimates committed immediately. The parry is not going to find the Slicing Maelstrom, so weak side veteran able to get the advantage on that one, but Atlas shows up in the bot lane. The pillar comes down onto Geico, but Frozen 1 is free to free fire on Perpetual Dusk, who does go down to ignite. Pico Pounder and Burger King both arriving at the fight. Atlas does turn around, look for Frozen, and now Burger King slices up Geico and looks for a lot of damage on Pico Pounder. The ignite is ticking, and Pico Pounder is not going to die, but Frozen finally is to the side of Atlas. Massive 2 for 1 picked up for the side of Ragnarok, as they're going to keep accelerating through jungle and mid, showing up in bot lane. Street Smurf looking for maybe a bit of a pick opportunity as they turn to the dragon, but we'll have to see if they can find anything.
Yes. Street Smurf's still looking. This is a little bit scary, but
Spirit Rush forward.
my
Charm
goodness.
does not land onto Evan, but the Ignite does, and it is going to drop them, but Street Smurf all stunned up. The extra Spirit Rush charge is going to get them farther away, but Burger King is on top. No, the E does not take down Street Smurf. The heist is successful. The pick is taken. Now Pika Pounder going to look for an opportunity onto the Dragon, but no. Going to go over to Atlas safely, and we should see the members of SGR start to channel their recalls.
But at the moment, oh, you did say War Leader. It is correct that, hang on, Burger King?
Burger King's in on Street Smurf, but Pigu Pounder's there at the Spirit and finds themselves a pretty big shutdown. Burger King going a little too far forward, committing Fate Sealed onto Street Smurf, who's able to dodge it with Spirit Rush.
I was about to say that...
Oh, but there's a fight
going
on in the bottom side jungle where the Troll finds more. The Troll finds Street Smurf, and Viego picks themselves up another big shutdown. Meanwhile, Feather Call in the bot lane is going to find Perpetual Dusk, and the brawl in the top lane, it's everywhere. Archangel takes a tower shot. Weak side veteran picking that one up, and now Piku Pounder as Trundle arriving in the bottom side. Everyone with an eye just has to try and waddle on out of there. Dodges the Spectral Maw, but it's not going to be enough, and the Feather Call from Geico is going to take out Evan. We are seeing brawls on every side of the map that go every which way, but overall it's SGR being the beneficiary.
Yeah,
not too much happening up there. Street Smurf, though, on the wrong side of the map. Atlas finds the chomp. Evan with an eye misses the Curse of the Sad Mummy, but does not miss the Bandage Toss. And Street Smurf, all out of dashes now, getting hit with the second from Amumu. And now Perpetual Dusk is here, but maybe a little too far forward as Piku Pounder has arrived to the play. No, both teams are going to back away 1 minute before the Drake spawns. Now Piku Pounder is going to have to do quite a bit if they want to stop this siege. Pillar is going to go down. That means Atlas is going to take the tower aggro. But meanwhile, in the bot lane, Root onto Perpetual Dusk. Bullet Time does not do enough damage. Successful dive from the bot lane duo of SGR is going to mitigate some of the losses in the mid lane as the Herald gets a second charge. Burger King, though, might be in trouble. Street Smurf is here, but does not have any dashes available, so Burger King will be able to get out. But the bot lane from the side of Ragnarok is bleeding so bad right now.
We're going to have first dibs.
Yeah, and they may have first dibs, but let's see if they're the only dibs right now. There's 4 members in the area, but Burger King is so far behind that it's going to be hard for a fight to get started. But the handshake is going to find Evan. Dragon does go down. Evan is in. Does not have Curse of the Sad Mummy. Has to flash out. Now, Atlas goes berserk. It is deleted by Zaya, who does so much damage. And now Burger King, trapped by the pillar, has to flash out, but Piku Pounder's right on his tail. That spirit is not going to save you. You have to go back. Burger King trying to find more damage on the Street Sword, but it's not going to work. Diego getting another reset, and weak side veteran of Perpetual Dusk trying to be safe under the tower. Kennen burns the teleport, and that means Fiora gets even more gold out of this. Big into this one, we're going to have to see the side lane threat come online, maybe a little more than it did last time, and a bit more of a interesting pick. Atlas is here if Archangel goes too aggressive, and it does. The parry is committed, and that means comes out onto Archangel. The slicing Maelstrom does a lot of damage, but Fiora is healing, and no, the smack from the Troll Club Atlas Subjugate does take down Archangel, who I was just talking about getting a pretty big lead for themselves, and it's going to be stymied a bit as Atlas starts to hit on this topside tower. Trundle does so much damage to those, and it's going to demand that Piku Pounder comes up. The pit and weak side veteran for their troubles just has to go back up to that topside. Teleport is coming in soon, but maybe not in time, as we see Burger King looking for the Fate Seal. It finds Piku Pounder, but so much damage in CC onto Burger King. You can't go in 1v4 like that, and that means the fight is over before it even gets to start, and that's exactly how SGR wants to play these fights, and that means that the third drink of the game is going to go their way. So far as getting Evan in a position where they can engage, but now on top of Piku Pounder is damaging. Oh my goodness, Archangel going so aggressive on weak side veteran, asks for the slicing maelstrom, but it doesn't matter. The duel is going down, and Archangel is going to get the heal. Burger King trying to clean up in that top side, but I don't know if you can duel the duelist, but it turns out you absolutely can, as Yone, as Archangel's going to be dropped in exchange. Now, Piku Pounder pushing up into the enemy jungle as they siege this mid tower. Are they going to find anything? It doesn't look like it, but Atlas wants more. Her charm is going to land, and that means Atlas is in so much trouble, rooted up by the Spectral Maw, has to flash out, but it's not going to be enough. Lethal Tempo stack, and that does kill Piku Pounder. Bullet time goes down onto Frozen, taken very, very low, and then Burger King is back in dealing with Street.
Oh my god!
Berserk goes down, and Dusk kills their own support, and that is going to be the game changer in this fight, and it means that SGR are going to take it at the end of things. Fortune is trying to match Archangel in the top side, mostly able to do it through wave clear, but has to be careful with the step up. The Vital is facing Fiora, and that means Archangel does have a potential in whenever they want it as they approach the tower. Weak side veteran here to start, but Archangel's getting it going early. Perpetual Dusk is getting deleted. The slicing Maelstrom barely clips Archangel, who now has to find a way out, but 3v1 it's not going to happen, and it means, oh my goodness, Archangel's escaping into the base. The members of she's teleporting out. Will she get there? No, the bandage toss is going to find her, and it's going to be Archangel dropping, but oh my goodness, continues to run away. Finally shut down by weak side veteran as they go and they push towards the base. Archangel already hitting on that top inhibitor as the bottom inhib tower falls, and very solid macro from the side of SGR is going to net them 2 inhibitors, but now Ragnarok has arrived. What is your engage? Evan is approaching, Atlas is approaching, the pillar goes down, and Evan is in, but hand shook right out of there. Fate Sealed goes down, but there's just not enough wombo. It's not there in time, and the hostile takeover does so much, but the bullet time comes down, and it's massive. Atlas now flashing on top of Street Smurf, who falls to the troll, and the troll hits so fast and is going to find themselves a triple kill for Ragnarok Esports. They found the end they need, and they can pick up this Baron and the Dragon if they want to. At this point, it has completely outscaled Kennen in terms of 1v1 viability, and it means that they're going to push in with this wave of super minions into Baron, and the siege is on for the rested bot lane, but Evan finds a massive wombo with this Curse of the Sad Mummy, and the bullet time does go down. Evan is going to drop, and currently Archangel next to the tower, but weak side veteran wins that 1v1, and it's currently 2-for-1 in the side of Ragnarok Esports as they are defending the last stand. Let's get a replay.
Let's get a replay here. The slicing maelstrom goes down. He stopwatches the parry as well. And with the turret shots as well, he does just have enough. You said the turret coming in clutch and the stopwatch weak side veteran, that was huge, because if he'd lost that, that was That Archangel could have done so much more. Those Nexus turrets probably wouldn't exist right now, but that is RSL are able to hold in here with that Drake about to spawn in 20 seconds. So they may have to give it up, but that's not something they'd want to.
Yeah, and Atlas is pushing into the choke point. Handshake finds Evan into Atlas, but not much more. Archangel is already pushed down the top inhibitor, going to be able to rotate into the mid one, but is looking for weak side veteran. Both ultimates come out, and weak side veteran is deleted, and that means Archangel has every opportunity to end the game, and all SGR has to do is stop the recalls. Frozen flash for the handshake, and Evan finds a bandage toss, but it doesn't matter. Hostile takeover goes out on Atlas, and Burger King finds a fate sealed, but none of it matters when Archangel's ending the game, and that Nexus is going to drop. Archangel coming up huge on the split push side, and Goofy Goobers have themselves quite a bit of engage.
They do, and moreover, of course, with this draft that Rice Farmers have gone for, things like Warden's Mail and so on for Malphite are just going to provide, and Steel Caps are going to provide so much value against this team. So he does definitely have the the run of being, and probably playing another weak side game. Goobers have the opportunity to put a lot of resources into this Caitlyn, get them far ahead, put a lot of pressure down on that bot side of Rice, and we've seen how proficient LeBlanca can be, so they definitely want to be locking him down on this Aphelios, not allowing him to get to those stages where he can hyper carry. But yeah, this is going to be a very exciting game. Let's see whether Rice can take themselves to a 3-0, or it's going to be the dank timeline that we spoke about. And yeah, these lane assignments, this is what we were going to wonder about here.
Oh, Nightgale finds a hook onto Raccoon Acquire, who's taking damage from the Ignite. Aphelios pushing forward with Green Gun, but it doesn't matter because you can't see into the bush. Raccoon Acquire picks up first blood, but now Nightgale, can they find Raccoon Acquire for a second kill? The hook is great. Kenny Masterlin, Nightgale flashes forward, does find Raccoon Acquire. Will Kenny Masterlin have the damage to take out Nautilus? Will Nautilus be able to walk out of this one? The Q does come down. Nightgale is taking a bunch of damage, but the potion heals about as much as these auto attacks are doing, and Dredgeline comes out, going to put Nightgale over towards the wall. Mantra Q comes out, and the splash damage does hit Nightgale, but the repeat damage does not, and it is going to be a 1-for-1 very early in bot lane. Going one to fire that 90 caliber net, get a little farther back. Cool Guy Tony has to be here to defend this bot lane, and Red Milk Tea may be looking for a dive, but doesn't know Tony's there. Does see it on the sweeper, but now the engage is on. Fear goes out onto Viego, but they're not going to find much more. LeBlanca is so low, and they're going in on Cool Guy Tony. Spill shields up, but the Dredge line comes out and finds Red Milk Tea, who has to flash away. Cool Guy Tony trying to find damage, but this fight is on such a knife's edge, and Red Milk Tea picks up the first kill on the Cool Guy Tony, gets the reset. Kenny Masterlin, the poke lands on top of LeBlanca, who falls for a second time this game. Aphelios has no breathing room. He's playing on a knife's edge. Nightscale looking for another kill on that bot side, doesn't quite find it. Meanwhile, big fight in the mid lane. Random Capital's finding a lot of damage, but low on mana. Red Milk Tea has arrived. Kaiso goes into that Shroud, and Random Capitals is ready. The Fear is online now. Flash forward, going to cause Kaiso to run away. Viego goes forward, gets the reset. Cool Guy Tony not going to be able to find any rebounds.
Yeah, but potentially Red Milk Tea might be keeping his eye on it. Vez might be caught out here, but the Unstoppable Force still isn't available.
Yeah, and the hook shot over the wall is going to deliver them to safety, and the eyes of Goofy Goobers are going to turn to the Rift Herald, but a response could be mounted by the side of Rice Farmers, as all of the champions are gathering except the ADCs at this Rift Herald fight, and Vest comes over the wall. Where the Hex Tech Ultimatum go? It goes down on to Red Milk Tea, who gets deleted from the Rift. Paranoia goes down, as well as Kenny Masterlin trying to keep their team alive, but they're all dropping quickly, and now the Karma just has to waddle out at full HP, and the Rift Herald is going to go, but Nightscale flashes over, finds the root onto Kenny Masterlin, who is CC'd up for eternity, but going to flash the wall. Kaiso follows. The E is going to miss. The Shuriken flip does not find Kenny Masterlin. Able to walk out of there without another kill lost, but 1 for 3 overall, going in favor of Rice Farmers, as well as that Rift Herald. Sure, can flip over the wall into that Shroud, going to have to use that ultimate to get out. Meanwhile, Cool Guy Tony poised in the bot lane, maybe looking to try and stop this tower take, but if you're going to pull the trigger, it needs to be soon. Paranoia not quite off of cooldown just yet. Raccoon Acquire goes for it, does not get the tower. Paranoia comes down, and a shutdown. No, not a shutdown. Is going to be picked up by LeBlanca. Kenny Masterlin on the run once again, this time flashless, hard to get out. And Kaiso, from the other fight, finally going to arrive. Dredgeline is going to secure the fate. They're going to give that shutdown over to Kaiso's Akali. That is going to be pretty different in terms of the amount of gold. Meanwhile, Red McT looking for a dive maybe in this top side with Rogue Trader onto Vest, but Hextech Ultimatum's a really good stopping tool. Random Capitals on the Vex is in range. We're going to have to see who starts it up. Red McT shows himself unstoppable forces out. Spectral Maw hits. There is no time. Hextech Ultimatum comes down, but now you are afraid of Vex. Rogue Trader able to get out of harm's way, and that is a clean kill going over to Random Capitals in the Goofy Goobers. But currently, Rice Farmers are the ones that have the vision set up in the river, and Red Milk Team might be in a bit of trouble here. Paranoia comes out, Rakali goes in, flashes exchange, and currently trying to take refuge under the tower. Cool Guy Tony with the Gordrick is going to take it out. Rogue Trader is teleported into the fight, and Vess is in base looking for the opportunity. Nightingale finds a hook onto Rogue Trader. Nothing more going to come for now with the jungler from the side of Goofy Goobers taking down. It's going to be really difficult for them to get into this Drake pit, but they're still going to try, it looks like. LeBlanca maybe caught out on the side from Kenny Master Lin, not able to find much more, and they're waiting. The teleport from Camille is in the flank. The depth charge is out onto Raccoon Inquirer, who's instantly Hextech Ultimatum. Meanwhile, Cool Guy Tony under a lot of fire. Rogue Trader that finds the unstoppable force onto them, but oh my goodness, 200 years, LeBlanca finds that solid Infernum ultimate, and it's going to take down the side of Goofy Goobers. Oh, wow. Stopwatch from the side of Kenny Master Lin's going to keep them alive in the queue. Oh my goodness, are they going to be able to trade back into Kaiso? No, it doesn't quite look like it. Not quite enough move speed, not quite enough damage coming out from that support. And there we go. Rice Farmers finally grabbing themselves a foothold in this game. They've now have a 1,000 gold lead, and they've stopped the Dragon stacking amps in the river. No, just getting some vision down for now. Might look towards that blue buff, but Kaiso and Cool Guy Tony are in the area. We're going to have to see how this goes. They know Kaiso's the Spectral Maul comes out onto Kaiso, tries to sure get flip out, but is very slowed. Caitlyn ult is going to shut down Kaiso, and that pick starts to give Goofy Goobers a nice foothold in the enemy jungler. Blue buff going over to Red Milk Tea, shut down going over to that Caitlyn, or they're just going to try and trade the mid tower for it. That's where their members are right now, but Random Capitals on the Vex is roaming towards the play, and so are the rest of the members of Goofy Goobers trying to hold against the siege. Dredgeline is going to go wide into Kenny Master Lin, who's now going to try and find a root on a Nightingale who gets rooted up. The trap does go down in time. Nightscale taking so much damage, but Aphelios ulti's big, and the Paranoia is big. They're on top of the backline. The Blocker putting out so much damage, but the fight is breaking out everywhere. Hextech Ultimatum is going to secure, and the fight is completely mopped up for Rice Farmers, finding 4 members. Kenny Master Lin, once again, the sole survivor. And now that that Baron is up, that is where the Rice Farmers are going to go.
3 different junglers in their games, and all of them are just coming up fabulously. This is another really like impressive performance from Cool Guy Tony. Finally, here in his Kaiso is incredibly bold.
Yeah, going very aggressive on a Raccoon Inquirer, but the Unstoppable Force is out, and Kaiso goes airborne. They don't know where they are in the Shroud. Caitlyn ult is channeled, immediately going to chunk most of the damage. Seismic Shard is going to slow down Kaiso, and they're going to give the kill over to Red Milk Tea, but the Paranoia onto the mid laner is going to delete Random Capitals in the mid lane tower to boot. You gotta remember, this Baron buff's still online, the siege is powerful, but Red Milk Tea, as the Akali, looking to get into range and stop them. There's no Unstoppable Force available, but there's a lot of slows going on in the Nightscale. Vest is going to channel that teleport, and the members of Goofy Goobers are going to try and run away from the Camille. The Camille is here. The X Cycle Eliminator goes down to Red Milk Tea, who cannot escape, but the tower is free firing onto Vest. So much CC going into Red Milk Tea, going to go down immediately without the Unstoppable Force. Rogue Trader is in a world of trouble as well. Vest going to take that one, but we're Inquirer is here and able to pick up the counter kill on the Vest. Lethal Temple completely.
Oh my god!
So much damage. Shuts down Nocturne and is still going. A triple kill finishes off LeBlanca. Raccoon Inquirer able to defend that inner tower. No, the Baron minion's doing so much damage to it. It's just going to be the triple kill. But hey, just a triple kill, just a 1,000 gold shutdown on to Cool Guy Tony's Nocturne. He is going to put this Caitlyn well towards that 3rd item. Let's see. For the side of Rice Farmers, picking up some of that standing gold on the map, they have solidified themselves a very solid 4,000 gold lead and a pretty solid win condition in terms of the Nocturne and LeBlanca's Aphelios for these fights. But Nightscale, you're walking up too far, and it's going to get hit by Spectral Maw. A pick also going over to Caitlyn once again, gets collected. And let's see what they're going to do with this priority now.
Not feeling quite so tentative.
Yeah, they're going to go straight towards the Baron. Immediate TP response from Kai'So does mean that the Goofy Goofers are going to peel off, and they're going to look for a team fight. Big engage from the Vex, from the Malphite. It's going to immediately pick off Vex. Paranoia goes down, but going to go in on top of that AD carrier. Could acquire has to try and kite back. A lot of flashes being burned, but the shutdown is going to go Cool Guy Tony's way. Without that big DPS, it's going to be up to Cool Guy Tony to not get reset on by the Viego, but it does happen. But Viego dies before they can turn in to that monster, and as a result, Random Capital is now in trouble from Kai'So, who's now finally arrived at the fight. Kenny Master Lin able to walk out safely, but Random Capitals does go down, and that means it is up to Rice Farmers to determine what they want to do with this lead.
Now, Cool Guy Tony does have a GA. Oh, it's scary.
Shrelia is coming out from Karma. They're looking for LeBlanca, but Kai'So's there on the side. Paranoia might shut down the play, and yeah, Paranoia is going to cause the members to go, but an unstoppable force on the Kai'So instantly deleted. 200 years ultimate doesn't do much. Raccoon Acquire is safe on the side lane, but not from LeBlanca's damage, putting out so much damage and not able to die. LeBlanca coming up massive 1-4-4. Kenny Master Lin doesn't have wave clear, and the death timers are still so long. We've got another 13 seconds until Raccoon Acquire is up, and Kenny Master Lin has to do their best to clear the waves, and the Mantra Q is just not enough. These towers are shredding like paper. Vest does so much damage, LeBlanca does so much damage, and Rice Farmers push themselves towards a 3-0 first weekend in Mythic.
You've got to hand it to Rice Farmers, don't you, War Leader? They come in with 3 different lineups, and they smash it every single time. Well-deserved 3-0. It's not the dank timeline, but it is a timeline that they have definitely earned themselves, and that, yeah, it's going to put them well at the front after the first week.